Imagine a world where changing your biological sex takes just a few days. In the deep ocean, thousands of fish species perform this impossible magic trick daily. No surgery, no laboratories. Just pure, astonishing biological evolution in real time today. What if the dominant male dies? A female transforms to replace him instantly. Why does nature allow this? The shocking truth will completely blow your mind. This isn't science fiction. It is the brilliant survival strategy of marine ecosystems. Meet the Bluehead Wrasse, a colorful reef resident with a hidden biological superpower. In this strict underwater society, one giant alpha male controls a massive harem. He fiercely defends his territory and mates with dozens of females every day. But the ocean is dangerous, and predators are always lurking in the shadows. Suddenly, a hungry grouper strikes, and the dominant alpha male is instantly devoured. Panic spreads through the reef. The harem is left completely vulnerable and unprotected. Without a leader, the entire reproductive future of this fish community is threatened. Here is where the absolute magic of evolutionary biology kicks in a high gear. Within minutes of his death, the largest female experiences a massive brain shift. Her behavior changes instantly. She becomes wildly aggressive, acting just like a male. The stress of the missing alpha triggers a rapid hormonal explosion inside her. Her stress hormone, cortisol, spikes aggressively, shutting down female estrogen production completely now. In just a few hours, her ovaries actually begin collapsing and breaking down. Instead of producing eggs, her reproductive organs start transforming to produce male sperm. By day 3, her color begins to shift from dull yellow to blue. Her head turns completely bright blue, signaling her new status to the world. She is no longer a mother. She is now the new king here. This rapid transformation ensures the survival of their species without waiting for males. Scientists call this incredible biological process sequential hermaphroditism, specifically known as protogynous hermaphroditism. But why wait for death? Why not just be born male and female? Producing eggs requires massive energy, while making sperm is biologically cheap and easy. Being a small male is useless if you cannot fight for breeding rights. So, nature delays the male phase until the fish is large and powerful. This guarantees only the strongest genes get passed down to the next generation. The wrasse is not alone. Over 500 fish species share this ability. Now, let us travel to the coral reefs of the vast Indo-Pacific Ocean. Here lives the famous clownfish, but their reality destroys the Hollywood cartoon narrative. Unlike the wrasse, clownfish live in small anemones with a strict female boss. The largest and most aggressive fish in any anemone is always the female. She dominates the space, aggressively keeping the smaller male and juveniles in line. If this dominant matriarch is eaten by a shark, everything changes very fast. The grieving widower does not search the ocean to find a new wife. Instead, the largest male undergoes a shocking transformation to become a female himself. His brain stops producing male hormones, and his testes quickly turn into ovaries. He grows larger, becoming the new dominant queen of the entire anemone home. Meanwhile, the largest juvenile fish matures into a male to become her mate. This process is called protandry, meaning they transition from male into a female. These distinct survival strategies reveal how flexible biology is under extreme ocean pressures. But there is a fish that changes sex back and forth multiple times. Meet the Okinawan goby, the ultimate master of biological gender fluidity and survival. Finding a mate in the vast, dangerous ocean can be a deadly challenge. If two female gobies meet, the larger one will simply become a male. If a larger male arrives, the smaller male transforms back into a female. They alter their sex repeatedly to maximize their chances of successful daily reproduction. How exactly does this tiny fish flip its biological switch so incredibly fast? The secret lies hidden deep within their highly adaptable and dynamic genetic code. While human chromosomes strictly determine our sex, these marine fish operate very differently. Their sex is not permanently locked in at birth by fixed DNA structures. Instead, specific environmental triggers can actively turn certain reproductive genes on or off. A powerful enzyme called aromatase acts as the master control switch for gender. Aromatase is responsible for converting the male hormone testosterone directly into female estrogen. When aromatase levels remain consistently high, the fish develops functioning female reproductive organs. But when social stress signals block this enzyme, testosterone floods the entire system. The fish literally overrides its original biological destiny to ensure species survival instantly. Let us observe the magnificent parrotfish, a vital architect of tropical coral reefs. They spend their days violently scraping toxic algae off the delicate coral structures. Parrotfish also possess the extraordinary ability to undergo complex sequential sex changes naturally. They start life displaying drab, dull colors to camouflage safely from hungry predators. As they grow massive, many females morph into spectacularly colorful supermale reef giants. These supermales patrol vast territories, flaunting neon pink and vibrant turquoise scale patterns. The transition process requires massive biological energy, completely rewiring their internal digestive tracts. Interestingly, some parrotfish are born male, but mimic females to sneak past alphas. These sneaky males successfully fertilize eggs without ever fighting the massive dominant kings. This creates a highly complex evolutionary game of deception, power, and biological strategy. However, natural social cues are no longer the only triggers for sex changes. Human activities are currently disrupting these fragile biological systems across the global oceans. Chemical pollution from agriculture and plastics leaks synthetic estrogens directly into the water. These toxic chemicals artificially force male fish to develop abnormal female reproductive organs. Entire populations are becoming predominantly female, threatening to collapse fragile local breeding cycles. Furthermore, rapidly rising ocean temperatures are actively altering the gender ratios of hatchlings. In warmer waters, some species exclusively produce male offspring, creating an unsustainable imbalance. If this trend continues, these unique gender-fluid species may face sudden population crashes. Nature engineered this fluidity for resilience, but artificial speed limits are breaking it. Let us look closely at another fascinating example hiding in the deep coral. The fierce hawkfish employs a slightly different tactical approach to sex and dominance. They live in rigid harems where one aggressive male fiercely guards multiple females. When his harem grows excessively large, he can no longer defend everyone successfully. The largest female takes advantage of this distraction and swiftly transitions into male. She splits the harem, stealing half the females to form a new territory. But what happens if the new male loses his territory to a rival? Amazingly, the hawkfish can revert back to being a functional female once again. This incredible bidirectional ability provides ultimate flexibility in a highly competitive marine environment. Why do land animals lack this stunning biological superpower found in the ocean? Water allows external fertilization, meaning eggs and sperm are simply released and mixed. Animals on land require highly complex internal physical structures for carrying developing embryos. Morphing an entire mammalian reproductive system is biologically impossible within a short lifespan. But in the fluid medium of water, life embraces pure adaptability and transformation. These fish challenge our fundamental human understanding of strictly fixed biological gender identities. They prove that survival sometimes requires letting go of who you originally were. Every shifting color and morphing scale represents millions of years of evolutionary perfection. The ocean is a dynamic battlefield, demanding radical solutions for successful species continuity. There are no doctors, no hormones pills, just raw nature executing flawless engineering. Next time you look at a coral reef, remember the hidden biological magic. Beneath the calm waves, fish are constantly rewriting the definitive rules of life. The story of marine gender fluidity does not end with gobies and wrasses. Let us dive deeper into the muddy ocean floor to find something weirder. Behold the spectacular ribbon eel, a creature that literally stretches biological limits daily. They spend their youth hiding in the dark sand as completely black males. Their slender dark bodies help them vanish perfectly from hungry bottom-dwelling predators. But as they grow larger, their entire body undergoes a shocking color transformation. The black scales vanish, replaced by a stunningly vibrant and bright electric blue. At this stage, they are still male but far more confident and aggressive. They strike out of their burrows like lightning to catch passing small fish. Eventually, as they reach their maximum length, the final incredible biological shift occurs. Their bright blue bodies slowly transition into a brilliant, glowing, sun-yellow female form. Now completely yellow and female, she prepares to release thousands of tiny eggs. This slow, color-coded transformation process takes years, unlike the rapid Wrasse sex change. It ensures only the largest, oldest, and most successful eels become reproducing mothers. Nature prioritizes female survival in these eels because creating eggs requires immense energy. Smaller, younger males can easily produce millions of sperm without needing massive reserves. This evolutionary strategy perfectly balances energy distribution across the entire complex ocean ecosystem. However, not all marine creatures possess this incredible power of biological gender shifting. Sharks and whales, much like humans, are strictly locked into their birth genders. Their large size and slow reproductive cycles make sex changes completely biologically impossible. For the tiny reef fish, fast reproduction is the only way to survive. They are constantly hunted by larger fish, seabirds, and deadly marine mammals. If they waited years to find the perfect mate, their species would vanish. Gender fluidity is their ultimate weapon in this endless, brutal evolutionary arms race. By changing sex on demand, they guarantee that breeding never stops even briefly. But what happens when the entire ocean environment begins changing faster than evolution? Rising ocean acidification actively threatens to blind these delicate fish to chemical signals. When their chemical senses are blocked, they cannot detect when the alpha dies. If the alpha's death goes unnoticed, the crucial hormonal transformation will never trigger. The entire reproductive cycle of the coral reef could collapse in one generation. Human noise pollution from massive ships also disrupts their highly sensitive biological communication. The stress of constant noise can actually trigger false sex changes in females. This creates a dangerous overpopulation of aggressive males with no females to mate. The perfect balance of nature is incredibly fragile, demanding specific conditions to operate smoothly. Despite these threats, the resilience of marine life continues to absolutely astound scientists. Some resilient populations are already showing early signs of rapid adaptation to pollution. Their DNA is actively rewriting its own rules to survive the Anthropocene epoch. We are witnessing real-time biological evolution happening right in front of our eyes. The ocean remains a vast frontier of undiscovered biological mysteries and miraculous mechanisms. Every dive into the deep blue reveals another mind-blowing strategy for ultimate survival. The ability to change sex is not an anomaly, it is an advantage. It is a testament to the brilliant, relentless drive of life to continue. Next time someone says biology is simple, show them the spectacular Bluehead Wrasse. Remind them that nature is far more creative and flexible than human imagination. The animal kingdom does not care about rules, it only cares about survival. If survival means transforming your entire biological identity overnight, the fish will adapt. Thank you for exploring the breathtaking and bizarre wonders of the deep ocean. If this mind-bending evolutionary journey fascinated you, make sure to like this video. Hit that subscribe button now to uncover more incredible secrets of our planet. Until our next deep dive into the unknown, stay curious and keep exploring.